Officially, we know just about nothing in relation to the upcoming Batman Part 2. Unofficially, we've heard so many things from it's Clayface, it's Zsasz, Two-Face, Mr. Freeze, Joker, tons of other rumors. Well, let's talk about what one of the stars of the franchise would like to see in the upcoming sequel, and also why he wasn't in The Penguin. At this point, who really knows what's going on with Batman Part 2, and honestly, the sooner we get real news, the better. But in the meantime, let's talk about specific characters that we heard might appear in Penguin Season 1. One of them being Jeffrey Wright's character, aka Commissioner Gordon. Well, Jeffrey was recently on hand and asked about it, and whether or not his schedule lined up and that's why he wasn't in it, and he reveals he was never contacted. It just wasn't something that was brought up, so that's why he's not in it. Now, I saw some people try to argue with this, but guys, he does tons of TV. He's literally been on HBO in massive series. Also, he literally does TV for Marvel Studios because he's Uatu the Watcher. So that, to me, doesn't hold any sort of water. But on the other hand, he also was asked, well, hey, what do you know about Batman 2? And the villain of the film. And he said, again, nothing. He's not even sure if he's in the film. He thinks he is, but again, like most of the other actors, he's got no idea. But then he suggested a different direction and a different villain. And he suggests an older DC Comics arc where Commissioner Gordon's son ends up going a little unhinged and becomes a villain. Now, if you're not familiar with this, Gordon's son was introduced all the way back in the 80s, and then more or less the character was sort of never really brought in for much, up until Scott Snyder with the New 52 brought the character in as a more or less unhinged lunatic villain who was very psychopathic, and that's why Commissioner Gordon, like, almost never talked about him. He was just, like, gone, right? In an insane asylum, if you will. And he's back and he fights Batman. So he says he would love to see that angle. And honestly, I think there could be something to that. Like, imagine if Batman and Gordon are getting more comfortable working together and they're becoming a little bit more friendly. And suddenly it's like, hey, Batman, go get this guy. And it turns out it's his son. What is Gordon then willing to do, you know? And it makes me think, is this something that they maybe played around with the Arkham series and the Gotham PD series that he was going to be a part of, but it never materialized? Because that could be a very cool angle if that series was going to focus on Gordon visiting his son in Arkham or something, and maybe he's been corrupted by Joker. Something like that would be really interesting, in my opinion. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video, and as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.